Hi guys, and welcome to the candy shop. It's a little bit different today, okay? Because we have a very, very, very special book. And I want you guys to pay attention and listen very closely. So yes, today we don't have any music, but music is in our hearts, right? So it's always with us. But today's book, guys, it's called Liberty's Civil Rights Road Trip. This book is really, really cool. It's by Michael W. Waters. So if you guys haven't read this book yet, I'm going to read it. But then I want you guys to go and find it and you read it too. It's really fun. Are you ready? Are you ready? Of course you are. Let's go. Liberty's Civil Rights Road Trip. Liberty woke up from a nap on the bus. Are we there yet, Mom? Not yet, said her mother. We have a few hours left. Where is there again? Liberty asked. Her mom chuckled. The first stop is Jackson, Mississippi. Is Jackson where we crossed the bridge that you and Daddy told me about? Not yet, not until Selma. I can't wait, said Liberty. I love bridges. That's Liberty and her mom. And look at the bus. They're all ready for their road trip. Pretty cool, huh? Have you guys been on a road trip before? I plan on one soon. Listen. Liberty turned and saw all the friendly people she'd met when they boarded the bus together in Dallas, Texas. Miss Rachel, with her long locks, sat next to Mr. Adams. Miss Aaliyah sat in front of Dr. Glenn and near the other friends. The driver was Mr. Joe. Liberty's mom, dad, brother, and sister were on the bus too. And so were her friend Abdullah and his family. Everyone was ready for their civil rights road trip. Oh, everybody seems ready. Pretty cool, right? This is exciting. Liberty was glad Abdullah was with her. She always called him her cousin, even though they weren't related. They sat together playing games as hills, lakes, rivers, and trees passed by. A long time later, Abdullah asked, Mom, are we there yet? We're here, said his mom. Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi. The first stop, guys, on their civil rights road trip. Jackson, all right. The bus stopped at a small house, and everyone piled out. Liberty liked the house's aqua color, which reminded her of the ocean. Whose house is this? She asked. Miss Rachel said, Edgar Evers lived here a long time ago. He was a brave soldier in World War II, and he later worked for black people to have rights to vote here in Mississippi. My mom and dad take me with them to vote, Liberty exclaimed. Mine too, said Abdullah. After everyone had visited the house and heard more about Edgar Evers, the bus left for the next stop. Now this road trip is pretty awesome. They get to learn and experience things firsthand. How exciting is that? As the miles passed, Liberty saw how the land changed from dark brown to nearly red. Are we almost there, Dad? She asked. Yes, Liberty, we're here, said her dad. Welcome to Glendora, Mississippi. The bus stopped at a building Liberty thought looked like a giant metal barn. Her dad told her that this place had been a cotton gin, where seeds were removed from the cotton after it was picked. Pretty cool, right? They were there to remember a boy named Emmett Till, whose death years ago had inspired many others to stand up for the rights of black people. Liberty was surprised that Emmett had been much older than her brother. As everyone heard about Emmett Till, Liberty and Abdullah curled up in their mother's arms. It had been a very long day. So they learned about Emmett Till. She was excited to know that he was just a little bit older than her very own brother. Wow. The next morning after a good night's rest, the bus rode on. Soon, Mr. Joe announced from the driver's seat, "We're here. Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee." As the bus stopped, Liberty saw a building with many matching doors, each with a different number. A large round wreath hung over the number 306. I wonder why that is. Check it out. See room 306? With the big wreath around it. We're about to find out why. As everyone looked quietly at the door 306, Liberty's mom told her that this was the place where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had been killed. Liberty felt sad when she remembered that Dr. King had had children who were just like her, and that she thought about Dr. King and about what he had done to help bring people together. Her dad had told her about Dr. King's dream for a better day when everyone will be treated equally. Liberty liked the sound of Dr. King's deep voice. She'd heard it on a recording of his "I Have a Dream" speech. As everyone looked around, she and Abdullah took turns trying to sound like Dr. King. They couldn't help laughing. Even though the Lorraine Motel was a serious place, Liberty imagined that Dr. King had liked to laugh, just like her dad did with her. Yes, because he was just like you and I, right? Liked to laugh and enjoy life. And wanted just equal rights for everyone, right? Yes. Hours later on the bus, Mr. Adams nudged Liberty and Abdullah awake. "We're here. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama. We're the 16th Street Baptist Church." As everyone left the bus, Liberty saw many stairs she could hardly wait to climb across the street from a park full of trees. As everyone left the bus, she asked, "Can we go play?" "Only after we pay our respects," said Mom. As they walked in, Liberty heard someone say that 4 girls had died at that church when a bomb went off a long time ago. She did not like that at all. "Who were those girls?" Liberty asked. "They were friends who went to Sunday school together, and they sang in the children's choir," said Mr. Adam. "I'm sure they like to have fun together. But some people did not like that black people worshiped and fought for justice here." "No one should be hurt in a church," Abdullah said. "That's true, Abdullah," said his dad. "And no one should be hurt in a mosque, a temple, a synagogue, or anywhere, right? No one should ever be hurt wherever they decide to worship." Mosque, right? No one should be hurt. Later, as everyone went outside, Abdullah shouted, "Come on, Liberty." They ran across the park and climbed the trees until it was time for the bus to leave. Liberty wondered if the 4 girls had played there together before Sunday school. The next day, the bus rode on to another city. Miss Aaliyah turned to Liberty. "We're here," she said. "Welcome to Montgomery, Alabama." This is a really, really exciting civil rights road trip. And they are learning so much. And you know they're going to remember because they got to go and to witness with their own eyes the places where all of this stuff took place. Pretty awesome. "Whose house is this?" Liberty asked as everyone got off the bus in front of a small house with a large front porch. When Dr. King was a pastor at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, this was his family's home, said Miss Aaliyah. They had some pretty happy times here, but the porch still had a hole in it left by a bomb. Thankfully, everyone was okay. Even in danger, Dr. King and his wife, Coretta, didn't let anything stop them from helping others. Liberty and Abdullah knelt on the porch and put their hands in the hole. How had Dr. King and his family been so brave? Liberty wondered. He and his family were very brave to continue to fight for equal rights for everyone. no matter what they went through. They believed in everyone should have equal rights and the right to vote. Just everyone all the way around the table. We're all human beings, right? Why not have the same rights as everyone else? We have to remember that, guys. The next day was the one Liberty had been waiting for. The bus rolled on and on. Finally, she shouted, "I see it. There's the bridge." "Yes, we're here," said Liberty's dad. "Welcome to Selma, Alabama." The bus stopped near one end of the bridge. As everyone got off, Liberty said, "Tell me again why this bridge is so important, Dad." Her dad smiled. A long time ago, brave women, men, and children crossed the bridge as they marched from Selma to Montgomery. They wanted to send a message that the laws of Alabama should be the same as those across America, which said that every citizen and everyone could vote. Some marchers were hurt by police officers who thought black people shouldn't vote, but that didn't stop them. A few weeks later, they marched into Montgomery 50 miles away. Black people can now vote in every state. This bridge is a symbol of everything people have faced to be seen true in America. It reminds us, guys, to be courageous as we work together to make our country better for everyone. Then he called out, "Let's march, everyone." Now that was awesome. They decided to gather hands, to hold hands, and march just like Dr. King them did back in the day. It worked then, right? Liberty and Abdullah grabbed the nearest hands as everyone began to cross together, just like the first marchers. As they walked, Liberty thought about all the places she had seen and the brave people she had heard about. When she turned and looked behind her, just as she did on the first day on the bus, so many people, all different, traveling together. Liberty's dad looked around and said, "This is what America looks like." Liberty wasn't quite sure what that meant, but she definitely liked how it sounded. Check them out. Everyone, all different races, colors, ages, sizes, everyone different, but everyone is together. That is called unity. Some would call it love. Liberty smiled at her dad and said, "Maybe this is what love looks like too." When the road trip had started, she had known only a few people on the bus. Now they were all a part of her family. She didn't know where they would travel next, but what she did know is that wherever they went together, love would take them there. Pretty awesome. Unity and love. It always wins, right? Pretty awesome book. Pretty awesome book, guys. And so, the book today was just letting us know how hard and people fought for the equal rights for everyone across the board. It doesn't matter what color. We are all the same. We all deserve equal rights. We all deserve freedom. We can't go backwards, guys. We have to move forward. You are not allowed to take voting rights from people that have already died and fought for those. We already shed those blood and tears. Already, that's done. We will not give up our rights. It's just not even, it's not an issue that's up for discussion because we've already won. And so the rights of the voters will remain. Everyone has a say-so over who's over us. I mean, we were born here in this country, right? I would like to have a say-so over who's going to be ruling over me. I definitely don't want a terrorist to rule over me, right? So we have to work together, guys. It's unity and it's freedom and it's the right to vote for everyone. Okay? And let's stay positive and safe, guys. And remember, COVID is not gone anywhere yet, so we have to remain and stay safe, okay? Remember, sanitizing, keeping your hands washed and cleaned, and wearing your mask, guys, and staying 6 feet apart from everyone, okay? And with that being said, you guys, stay safe. And until next time, see ya.